Picture a 5-year kid building a tower out of blocks. It's 12 blocks high. It took 10 minutes. And then, in 1 second, a dog runs past and knocks the whole thing flat. Now picture what happens next. Not what you'd expect from an adult who just lost 10 minutes of work. No sulking. No giving up on towers forever. The kid looks at the pile for about 2 seconds and starts stacking again. Now picture yourself. The version of you that gets one bad email, one rejection, one hard conversation, and can't focus for the rest of the day. Same size of setback. Wildly different reaction. And here's the part that should annoy you a little. That kid isn't tougher than you. You had that exact same skill once. You lost it, and almost nobody ever tells you how, or how to get it back. So today I'm explaining resilience like you're 5, because 5-year-olds are quietly better at it than most adults, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly what they still have that you don't. But first I want you to picture 2 kids on a playground. Both of them fall off the monkey bars. Both of them hit the ground exactly the same way. One of them cries for 10 seconds and climbs right back up. The other one refuses to go near the monkey bars for a year. Same fall, same pain. Completely different outcome. And the reason isn't toughness. Stick with me, because that reason is the whole video. Imagine 2 crayons. One is a normal crayon. The other one is a crayon that's been left in a hot car. It's gone soft and bendy. Now you press down hard on both of them. The normal crayon holds for a while, and then it snaps. Clean break done. It can't be a crayon again. The bendy one, it curves, it dents. It looks like it's about to break, and then it springs back into roughly its shape, and you can use it again tomorrow. That's it. That's resilience. It was never about being hard. Hard things break. Resilience is bend and return, not never bend at all. Here's the part almost nobody tells you. Being unaffected is not the goal. The bendy crayon still dents, it still hurts. A resilient person isn't the person who doesn't cry in the car. After a bad day, they're the person who cries in the car and then eventually starts the engine. Now let's make this less cute, because life isn't a crayon. Someone gets a text that ends a 5-year relationship. Someone gets a call saying the position's been eliminated. Someone loses a parent with no warning at all. These aren't monkey bars. These are the kind of hits that can knock the wind out of a grown adult for months. And here's the uncomfortable truth. In that moment, your brain does not care how tough you think you are. Something ancient and automatic switches on, and it feels exactly like a switch being turned off. Motivation gone, appetite gone. Some days, even getting off the couch feels like climbing a mountain. That is not a personal failure. That is standard human wiring. Every single person who has ever looked unshakable to you has felt that exact same shutdown at some point. The difference between them and you isn't that they skipped that stage. Quick game. Answer honestly in your head, nobody's watching. When something goes wrong, do you usually ask, why did this happen to me? Or do you ask, what's one thing I can actually do right now? Hold that answer. We're coming back to it because it's the entire hinge. This video swings on. There is a specific mental habit that separates people who recover in weeks from people who stay stuck for years, and it has almost nothing to do with willpower, positivity, or manifesting. It's something researchers have been quietly proving for over 50 years, and it's shockingly small. Small enough that you could start practicing it today in the next 10 minutes. But before I hand it to you, you need to see why so many adults have accidentally trained themselves out of it. Because if you don't fix the cause, the fix won't stick. 5-year-olds fall down constantly, falling off a bike, a block tower, collapsing, losing a game of tag, and they recover in about 90 seconds because their whole day is made of small things they can immediately try again. Fall, get up, try again. Tower, falls, rebuild it. Lose the game, run it back. Their brain gets constant proof that effort changes outcomes. Adult life quietly deletes that proof. Bad news scrolls past you that you can't fix. An algorithm decides who sees your work and you have zero say in it. A meeting gets cancelled and you find out by email. Days can go by where nothing you do visibly changes anything, and at the same time every uncomfortable task gets a shortcut. You don't wait, you order it. You don't sit with boredom, you scroll past it. You don't have the hard conversation, you leave it on read. So by the time a real hit lands, a breakup, a layoff, a loss, your brain hasn't practiced the one move that gets it back on its feet. It's not that you're broken, it's that you haven't had reps in years. This isn't a guess. Psychologist George Bonanno at Columbia spent decades studying how people respond to the worst moments of their lives: grief, disaster, serious injury, across dozens of studies. What he found flips the popular story. Most people don't fall apart long term. The majority recover. And the people who recovered fastest weren't the emotionally armored ones. They were the flexible ones, people who could fall apart on Tuesday and function on Wednesday, who could ask for help and then also handle things solo, depending on what the day needed. There's a second study worth knowing. Psychologist Emmy Werner followed hundreds of children born into serious hardship on the island of Kauai for 40 years. A third of them, despite every disadvantage, grew into stable, capable adults. When she looked at what made the difference, it wasn't talent or luck. It was almost always something small, one adult who paid attention to them, one thing they were responsible for, one place where their effort visibly mattered. Small, repeated evidence that your actions do something. That's the ingredient. In both studies, every time, so here's the actual skill, the one from the pattern interrupt earlier. After something goes wrong, stop asking, why did this happen to me? That question has no next step attached to it. Ask instead, what's the smallest thing in front of me that will move if I push it? Not solve the whole problem, just one small, controllable thing. Reply to one email, make the bed. Take a 10-minute walk. Cook one meal instead of ordering in. It will feel embarrassingly small compared to the size of what hurt you. Do it anyway. You're not fixing your life in that moment. You're handing your brain proof that your actions still count. And that proof is exactly what starts the bounce back. Do that enough times, on purpose, and something shifts, not that you stop getting hurt. You will still have the hard weeks. But what used to take you months starts taking you days, because you've rebuilt the thing every 5-year-old already had, fast repeated proof that trying does something. So here's my honest question for you. When you think back to your last bad week, did you look for the smallest controllable thing, or did you just wait for the feeling to pass on its own? Tell me in the comments, because I promise you're not the only one who's been waiting. And if this actually explains something you never had put into words before, hit like and send it to the one person you know who's been quiet lately. The one who says they're fine and probably isn't. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.